The world is full of strange events and stories that don't add up. Welcome to the channel. It's me, Vandal. If you're seeing this, maybe you were meant to. Make sure you like the video so people can see what's hidden. Sub if you question everything. Let's get to the videos.
Opinion, yes, we could absolutely destroy the cartels. If you have ever seen a special operations unit function in combat, good luck, buddy. You know, like, I don't care who you are, we are going to come out on top. I think we would come out on top with every fight that we pick. Let me put it that way.
Okay, so this is supposedly real Russian CCTV footage of this really fast-moving object that blows by. This is like some Marvel tech or some like alien tech, but you're going to be watching right up here. You see that thing move? And then look at the clock. I mean, I'm sure someone could fake this, but watch. This is crazy. Is it touching the ground?
At Wake Forest in North Carolina, where I underwent 2 MRI brain scans. This first scan with no caffeine in my system. Then I downed just 1 drink. Now my second MRI. This was my brain before caffeine. This was after. The difference was remarkable.
It's like a 40% drop in the blood flow to your brain. So that's a lot.
So before caffeine, with caffeine, the blood flow to my brain dropped about 40%.
40%.
Really?
Yeah.
That might explain most people's thought process after the morning.
This old alien footage on YouTube, uploaded in 2009, way before AI or deepfakes were everywhere. It looks so real. Let me know what you think in the comments, and follow for more weird finds.
I'm sorry, is this not weird? Justin Bieber commented on Ariana Greenblatt's Instagram post talking about I love you. And this girl's 17 and Justin Bieber's 31. Is that not weird? The man has a wife and a child and he's commenting on a 17-year-old's post talking about I love you. I'm sorry, that's strange. That's strange. He deleted the comment, which clearly shows that somebody thought it was strange, but I don't know. This is weird to me.
Once he's no longer valuable, he'll face consequences for his actions just like the rest of them.
Stop eating tomatoes right now. There's a massive recall. This information could end up saving some lives, so listen up. The FDA has issued a recall on tomatoes, citing that they could cause severe illness or even skull emoji, if you know what I mean. Apparently, there was a very dangerous bacteria found on tomatoes that were distributed in Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Now, those are the only places this bacteria has been found so far. However, I think it may be a good idea to steer clear of tomatoes for a little bit, no matter where you are, just in case. Now, this recall applies to not only tomatoes, but also products made with tomatoes. So if you have anything like ketchup or some kind of canned tomatoes, those are not safe either, at least not at the moment.
How does one get possessed?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the 2 biggest ways are dabbling in the occult.
What does that mean?
Playing with demonic things, Ouija boards, going to a psychic, tarot cards, or actual occult worship of the devil. Those are pretty much immediate open doors that you're going to have demons come right in.
Psychics are demonic.
They're not channeling your dead relatives. Well, the psychic told me my mother shared this with me when I was 10, and nobody ever knew that but us. So it has to be my mom, except for the demons in the room who also heard it. And now they're impersonating your mother.
Wow.
They can put up a good show. They can also place thoughts in our minds, and they can manipulate our emotions. And when you have that trifecta, the person is 100% believes it's their mother.
Just a reminder that the guy that predicted that the Trump assassination would happen and that he'd get shot in the ear, the guy that predicted the drones everywhere in New Jersey and the whole alien thing, and predicted the simultaneity and the effect of both the New Orleans and Las Vegas attack. He predicts also that sometime during the winter, we are going to have the new Madrick seismic zone cataclysmically quake. Like he said it's going to be a 10, but I don't know if that's even possible. But yeah, he's been right about those other things, so just a heads up for people living down in New Madrid area.
I hear some more morbid stuff you didn't ask for. I'll take that as a yes. There's a species of bee called a vulture bee or a carrion bee. They're called that because they feast on decomposing flesh. Their hives also look like decomposing flesh. In fact, when I discovered this, I kind of thought they made their hives in a carcass. Nope, just looks like that. They also make honey. It's technically edible. It's called meat honey because scientists are just so creative with that one. Apparently, it tastes savory, smoky, and uniquely sweet. Please don't eat the meat, honey. Okay, bye. So yes, I'm aware it's not technically honey because it's not derived from nectar. It's technically a protein, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. From bee, it honey.
I think I'll pass on the meat honey.
This man was haunted by something that mimicked his dead grandmother.
Oh!
After his grandmother passed away, a father and his daughters inherited her house. But the moment they moved in, they noticed something was off. All her belongings were still in place. Then one night, Alex heard a chair dragging upstairs. When he went to check, he saw a face staring at him from the shadows of a dark room. Alex says it looked exactly like his grandmother. But things only got worse.
This is not what I signed up for when I got this house. Oh! Come on.
He sees what appears to be his grandmother again, but when he runs to confront her, there's no one there.
Stop what you're doing because some students just made 3D holograms using quantum entanglement. Not theory anymore. This is right now, guys. They basically hacked reality. Students at Brown University figured out how to capture infrared information using visible light through entangled photons, like spooky action at a distance level sorcery. They made a hologram with a letter B, but here's the gag. They did it without traditional infrared cameras. Just a nonlinear crystal and quantum light pairs. Infrared photons touched the object. Visible photons told the story. Boom, hologram. They solved the phase wrapping problem where the wave data gets all scrambled by using two slightly different wavelengths, basically stretching the light like taffy so they could see deeper into the object like quantum depth perception. So next time someone says quantum tech is all hype, show them the B, because baby, reality is not ready for what's coming and we're just getting started. Follow me for more.
So does that mean that in the future when you have a phone call with someone, it'll be like Star Trek?
This that I be talking about, y'all. Y'all see this? They built a robot the size of a grain of salt. And I'm not even exaggerating. Look at this, y'all. That's the US penny. And that's the robot, y'all. Do you see how tiny it is? Look like a tick. It's the world's smallest remote control robot at 0.02 inches, y'all. And the crazy part is, it don't use batteries to move. They move the junk with a laser, y'all. Imagine something this small being a robot that don't need batteries and it can move it with a laser. Now they say they're using this for medicine. They're using it in the hospital, in the medical field. Now the question is, do you really think they only use this for medicine, for the hospital? They can make this junk walk, crawl, go flat. Like, come on now. If it can do all the movements, what else can it do? What, spy on you? Track you? Inject you? I'm just saying. I thought like this was only on movies, but now we're seeing it. It's in real life. So you gotta start thinking. Things that we see on movies, a lot of the times, it's either here or it's real. And they just don't show us until they want us to know. So they say this been around since 2022, but we're just hearing about it in 2025. So over the course of them 3 years, what were they using this for? Drop a they already watching us in the comments if you feel what I'm saying. Because if these things been around, they probably been on us, in our house, on our clothes, in your ear, in your body. You never know.
According to experts, if you can survive until the year 2050, you may be able to avoid death entirely and live forever. The reason that they're saying this is because they believe that medical technology will be so advanced by the year 2050 that they'll be able to stop the aging process or completely reverse it to an ideal age altogether. Some of the treatments they believe will be ready for this process by 2050 includes gene editing, replacing your organs with brand new lab-grown or 3D printed organs, and even nanomedicine. And if all that fails, experts even believe that people will have an option to upload their consciousness into a computer program so that they can live in their perfectly simulated world forever. Now, to me, it seems like all of this is just leading to the end times beast system. The idea of humans combining with technology is being pushed heavily recently, and I believe technology will be a key component in people receiving the actual mark of the beast on their forehead or arms. Now, obviously, 2050 is still a while away, so all of that is just a theory. But leave a like and let me know in the comments. If you could, would you want to live forever by...
You want to be immortal? Nah, I think I'll pass.
Bro, what the hell are they doing in China now? What you are looking at is a new technique developed in Shenyang, China, used to help people fall asleep. So naturally, you might be wondering, how does swinging from your neck help you with better REM? Well, kind of interesting. The idea was created by a man who was trying to treat cervical spondylosis, aka arthritis of the neck. And during his research, he started claiming that this swinging motion helps reduce stiffness and tension in your neck, allowing, allegedly, for a more comfortable sleep. And believe it or not, people are claiming it's working. Every day, hordes of people are reportedly going to his facility for this treatment. And brother is serious about expanding it, as he's even trademarked it and applied for a patent. But it isn't clear if this guy has any medical training, and actual qualified doctors are warning against this treatment shock, saying that it has no scientific research or trials behind it. They're concerned this could cause damage to your very delicate nerves, tendons, and ligaments in your neck. So, will it cure your insomnia? Maybe. And will it snap your spine? Also maybe.
When you have issues sleeping, you'll do just about anything to go to sleep.
Okay, I am baffled. I have no clue what type of phenomenon is this that appears in central London last night, 5 minutes to 9 in the evening, London time. This was during my live stream. To me, it looks like an alien spaceship. And then it's out of the blue, the shape's changed to like an apple. Look at it. Can anyone explain? Or if you live in central London, did you witness, look at the sky and seeing this apart from me during my live stream? It's so weird. The shape is, I can't explain it. All I can think of is like an apple shape or something else. It's definitely some kind of phenomenon. I don't know. What is this? Can anyone explain? JSM here, share your thoughts.
You can broadcast something from your brain, and it can affect somebody else's brain. There's a cell tower way over there someplace that's broadcasting a frequency. How does that frequency get to my cell phone? I'm in a building. The frequency goes through solid steel. Your brain frequency does the same thing. Your brain frequency is in a space called the 0 point field where there's no time or space. So when you broadcast something from your brain, it's instantaneously everywhere at the same time. If you broadcast what you desire and what you want on the right frequency band, in the right way, it will vibrate molecules in the physical universe and change the attraction of these molecules so that what you want starts to physically materialize.
Well, that explains why when there's hordes of people, they act like zombies.
The veil is thinning so much and so quickly that I've quickly realized that just about everything that has been labeled a fable or mythological is the truth, and vice versa. A couple months ago, my For You page was all Ring camera footage of all different weird things like gnomes, which are apparently a thing in multiple cultures, and yes, you could see them very clearly. We're all collectively starting to realize that mountains and rocks are petrified giants. I posted this on Facebook thinking I was gonna blow everybody away, and everybody already knows. Side note, if you're on there, add me. I like to post a lot of stuff like this. Now they just unearthed a dragon skull in Romania, which I already knew it was dragons, but to see it go mainstream is insane. Then it's people all over the place are saying that like you can walk from India to get here, and from like Ukraine. Like we have immigrants coming in and saying that they walked. There was never a flight. no boat, nothing. I'm already a flat earther, so I know that they lie to us, but what extent? People are claiming to see their doppelgangers inside of Walmarts. Like, I don't know why, but it's always Walmart. And today I fell down a rabbit hole about Humpty Dumpty being a real thing, because there were multiple writers across hundreds of years talking about these men whose heads were in their chests. I don't even know what to say about things anymore. Has this stuff always been right in front of our faces?
Starting to think the AI was literally created just to confuse us when it comes to unknown creatures.
Let's talk about one of the craziest moments in Mexican TV history, the Javier incident. Guys, I talked about this video years ago, but so many of you guys have been asking me to cover it, and guys, I get it. This story is evil. I can't describe it. But before I show you these absolutely horrifying clips, let's break it down a little bit. In 2009, one of the most successful drama-driven TV series would be released on TV Azteca called Laura de Todos, where you see host Laura Bozo bring guests onto her show and interview them under crazy situations, sometimes involving into tears, arguments, or even fights. You think of like a Mexican Jerry Springer. But anyways, in 2010, Laura para Todos would have one of the craziest moments in TV history with this episode, in which she'd have a wife appear in tears and explain that she tragically lost her husband in a horrible car accident. But unfortunately for her, she would be faced with her dead husband's mistress, a 21-year-old girl who he had gotten pregnant. Now, this is where the episode gets kind of weird, because Laura would obviously feel for the wife, grab Javier's ashes, you know, the husband, and do this.
Acá está Javier. Bueno, yo a veces converso con los muertos y la verdad yo no entiendo, Javier. De verdad, trata de explicarme, Javier, porque ¿cómo puedes hacer esta maldad? Tu esposa, a la que amabas, 21 años, Javier, con tu esposa, y encima te metes con una niña de 21 años, Javier. Embarazas a una niña de 21 años. ¿Cómo puede ser posible que tú seas capaz, Javier, de hacer semejante cosa?
Yeah, she scolded the ashes. Now, things would get even more strange when Laura would claim that she can talk to the dead and that now she is going to summon Javier. Let me just show you what happens.
Bajen las luces, señores. Este programa tiene el poder de resucitar a los muertos. ¡Que pase el muerto! ¡Que pase!
Yeah, he's alive. Obviously, the wife freaks out, goes to hug him. The mistress just faints, knocks out. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, he got exposed. Let's just get him and his wife back together. No, Javier then claims that he has amnesia. He can't remember anything because, you know, the crash did happen, according to him. That's why he pushed off his wife off of him, because he doesn't remember her. And when Laura proceeds to show him a photo of his family with his wife, he claims that he doesn't remember them. Not even his kid. So Laura, not believing any of it, proceeds to show this.
Ahí está su nueva esposa. Señora, por favor, se lo pido. Por favor, señora.
¿Cómo me puedes engañar? El fruto del trabajo de los dos.
Yeah, he started another family with another woman. Y'all, this is intricate. This is getting too crazy. So, Laura brings the third woman and basically exposes this man to hell. All I gotta say is, if you gotta fake your death to cheat, that's some crazy work. And yeah, that's the story of the Javier incident. What do you guys think? Is this real? Is this fake? Is this truly just some narrative TV gold? Or is Javier truly the most evil serial cheater in existence?
That's a next level story to go that far just to cheat. But there have been stories of people getting in car accidents, having amnesia, and starting different lives and being a completely different person. So
there are times when we come across weird, odd things. Well, this video comes from a woman named Bella out of Atlanta, and it honestly takes the cake. She was at the gas station. She noticed something odd in the trash, what appears to be a wooden doll. But this thing is absolutely creepy, and pay attention to its eyes. Don't they look real? Like a little too real? She's even a doll collector, and she would not touch this thing. Oh, Just watching it gave me the creeps. Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
Okay, as y'all can see, I'm at the gas station. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What? Honey, some things we just don't touch, even as a dog collector. What in the boogity? What is happening? Ooh, why is it here? It's just posted up. What? What in the world? Who? I'm trying to figure out. Ooh, let me go. Yeah. It's just posted up. What? What in the world? Who? I'm trying to figure out. Ooh, let me go.
As someone who grew up with a family member who collected dolls, I've never seen dolls' eyes look as real as in the video. That literally looked like a person.
And there you go.
It's the first of its kind hemostatic wound spray, stopping a bleed out within seconds.
It can be what I like to say, cover mild to wild.
Wayne Grube is the CEO of BC3 Technologies in Baltimore. He worked with 2 chemical engineers out of Germany to develop Seal.
That'll do anything from like a mild cut or laceration all the way up to an arterial bleed if you have access to it.
When the spray comes in contact with blood, it quickly sets up, creating a jello-like consistency over the wound, buying first responders time until the injury can be further treated.
It doesn't prevent any other intervention. We just like to see it use this first.
There are 2 can sizes, one for professionals like EMTs, firefighters, and police. The other is smaller and can be used by just about anyone.
You're cutting a bagel, right? You slip through and slice your hand open. You could use it to stop the bleeding there and then go to the ER to get stitches.
Seal is being used by Baltimore City Fire, EMS clinicians around the state, and on the front lines of the war in Ukraine.
It has saved countless lives, and it's making a difference for those warriors who would not otherwise survive.
Bonnie Carroll is the CEO of Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, or TAPS. She says oftentimes injured troops in Ukraine can't get medical help until hours or even days later.
This tool, this resource to be able to save lives, to do the training, to bring that hope to the front lines is a game changer.
Wayne acknowledges the success of his business is based on the tragedy of others. Yet with each story of survival, he's humbled by the impact it's making.
It's incredibly meaningful and fulfilling for me and our team.
I look forward to when that becomes available for everyone, because that could be something that could be very useful to have in your house with your first aid kit.
You know, I don't need to go into details, but let's just talk about this. New information is saying that allegedly these are just drones and that they were created by another species that's literally underground right now. Allegedly. Watch the video to the end, share this with someone you love, can respect, and comment. Are aliens real?
It goes to the West Coast underground.
Underground, completely underground.
Without having
to come up. And there's turn-offs. You need security clearances to get through these turn-offs. They go into other bases. They go into other areas and, secret places, places you can't go.
And what do they do there?
They do a lot of things. I can tell you one thing. They have 2 sets of elevators. And my security clearance got me down to the main hub area, which is as big as Manhattan. I mean, it's as big as Manhattan. It's unbelievable. They have acres of farmland with lights and
farmland
underground. They run the lights up nuclear.
Underground.
Yeah, they have nuclear power plant underground, and they use that for everything. All the power under there.
They grow food.
Yeah, they grow food. They have livestock. I mean, everything. Yeah, they have everything. They have bench shafts. They have everything. But the 2 sets of elevators I was telling you about. My clearance, I can only go down to the main hub. Then there was another set of elevators that brought you down further. And a bunch of friends of mine would tell me stories about that.
Can you tell us anything about those stories?
Yeah, I can tell you what they told me. What they told me is there's actual aliens, greys.
Wait.
Aliens.
What was the word, greys?
Greys. And also there's another kind. There's different species that they talk about. There's grays, there's reptilians, all the different kinds.
A gray is a type of alien.
Right. It's not really it's not really an alien. It's a drone. It's not really it's like an organic drone. That's exactly what it is.
What does that mean, an organic drone?
It's not a living thing. It's in living tissue, but it's a drone. They're not real.
That explains what a yearly budget goal set. And of course, aliens are real. The question is, when are we actually going to start seeing them everywhere? Because they all among us already.